Hello, everyone. Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon from wherever you are dialing in today. Welcome to the Live on ServiceNow webinar. And today's topic is tips on branding the Now mobile application. I am your host today. My name is Mohit Tyagi, and I am Senior Outbound Product Manager within UEX Unified Employee Experience team in ServiceNow. This is the team which essentially owns Employee Center, Now Mobile, and Microsoft integrations. And we have an awesome panel today. So I am joined by Ashutosh, David, Akash, and Smriti. So I will let my panelists introduce themselves. Ashutosh.
Yeah, hi team. Hi everyone. Excited to be here and looking forward to this session. Over to you, Smriti.
Hi everyone, thank you for joining today's session. Hope it's going to be a great learning.
Akash.
Yeah, welcome everyone. I hope you find this session interesting and it adds to the value.
Thank you, Akash. And David would be joining us soon. David is staff outbound PM from mobile platform team. You would have seen him in mobile academy, which he runs for platform and agent mobile application. Okay, before we get started, so there are some housekeeping rules to this webinar. So the first one is that we have saved some time for Q&A in the end. Also, we do have Q&A button, which you would be seeing on your screen. So our panelists would be monitoring the chat. So we really urge and request you to use this Q&A button to ask the question instead of the chat, because like I mentioned, our panelists would be monitoring the Q&A button, and they will be answering to your question as and when they can. This presentation will be recorded and it will be shared on the community page. So we can share the link to the community page to you, and it will be available within 10 to 15 days of this presentation. And after this event, there will be a short survey that will be prompted. So we would appreciate your feedback on this webinar once you see that survey. And before we begin, so that this is a safe harbor notice for any forward-looking statements that we would be making today based on the product roadmap and where the product is headed. So we want you to be mindful of those forward-looking statements and do not make any purchases based on those forward-looking statements. And this webinar is a part of Live on ServiceNow, which is an interactive event series. And you see the QR code here to see the schedules of all the webinars and events which they conduct. And they conduct it for all the ServiceNow products, including Employee Center, Now Mobile, Microsoft integrations, and more. If you wish to see the schedule and register yourself, please scan this QR code and register yourself. Okay. In today's session, the agenda would be we would start with a very brief introduction to the Now Mobile and mobile platform, what Now Mobile is, how it can be a beneficial to your employees and your organization, and what is a mobile platform and how these two are related. And then we will directly delve deep into today's topic, which is branding. And we will start with the theming in Now Mobile. We will talk about some pro tips which we have, which can really enhance the experience for your employees. For example, like instance prefill, pre-login access. We will talk about the super cool application or the tool we have, the theme builder, which will help you to create the native themes. And then we will talk about the hacks to create some MESP themes changes as well, so that you can make your even your MESP pages you could customize as per your brand identity. And then in the end, we will talk about mobile branding and publishing, how mobile branding is different from mobile theming and how you can get it published. All right. As I said, we would start with a brief introduction of Now Mobile and mobile platform. So essentially, what is mobile platform? So the mobile platform is its own tech stack, which is built on Now platform. You could sort of compare it with the service portal tech stack, which is built on the ServiceNow platform. And like service portal helps you to create portals, similarly, mobile platform allows you to build purpose-built native experiences for mobile. And this is available for all our customers. And it comes with a set of development tools which are designed to help you accelerate the development of experiences you want to create for your employees. We have a lot of tools available like mobile app builder. um, and then it also comes with a lot of out of the box templates for layouts, forms, button, etc. And these capabilities can be deployed both natively for both iOS and Android. And it also includes all other native capabilities like your camera, map, scanner, etc. And then not to mention that it comes with 30 plus out of the box workflows like ITSM, CSM, FSM, and many more, which are currently available within your organization. So within ServiceNow, we have two different applications or two mobile clients available for you. The first one is employee facing, which is our Now Mobile application, and we would also slightly focus more on Now Mobile application today. The second one is the ServiceNow Agent app, and this is for the fulfillers. Agent app will cater to the needs of your fulfillers, and Now Mobile will focus on your employee needs. We also had a third application which got deprecated in 2023, and it is now merged with the Now Mobile. So for your new hire onboarding experience, Now Mobile app should be enough, and it will automatically translate the experience from new hire pre-onboarding journey to the full-time employee experience within the same app. Both these applications are built with a mobile first mindset, and they comes natively for both iOS and Android. And we discussed that they use all your native capabilities like camera, push notification, GPS, etc. And which essentially makes a very rich experience for our customers and enhance the performance of the app. And in this session, like I said, we will focus more on branding of Now Mobile. We will not be talking about the agent, and all the demo which we will do will be for Now Mobile only. But all those themes that we will be talking about the mobile publishing would be true for agent as well. Okay, slightly focusing on Now Mobile and introducing what Now Mobile is. So with Now Mobile, there are different workflows or the experience which are available out of the box. So on the very left hand side, we see the base functionality, which is the ITSM and HR, which is your employee experience essentially, where you get the curated experience or your employee center within the Now Mobile application, along with basic ITSM and HR workflows. But this can be augmented into other out of the box workflows as well. It could be ITSM for your walk-up experience, safe workplace, HRSD for onboarding, any other out of the box which you want to create within the Now Mobile application, that should be possible. That augmentation should be possible with the base functionality. Okay, we will get into the topic, the focus area today. And I want to begin this session with this. Like, we have two different terms. The first one is mobile branding and theming. And since these two terms are often used very interchangeably in the industry, so what we will try to first understand is what these terms mean as in a ServiceNow standpoint for your Now Mobile or agent application. So as you see, even in this image here, so there is a login screen in between. So before login, anything before login is the branding as per the ServiceNow, as per the ServiceNow standpoint or the understanding from ServiceNow. Any experience that you get before logging, it could be your app icon, splash screen, or your app name. That is the branding. Anything after login is your theming. So or you could also call it as an app in-app experience, and it might comprise your themes, your navigation bar, UI rules, your icons, buttons, any description field, everything you will see inside or in-app experience, that would be theming. And first we will discuss more about theming, and then we will be discussing about branding. Just to call out it again, anything before login is branding, and after login is theming. Okay, so now let's begin with the themes in Now Mobile. And if you have any question, please feel free to ask those questions in the Q&A panel. And like I said, our panelists would be monitoring those chats, so they will be able to answer to your questions. Okay, so starting with the unified theme experience on mobile, and this has evolved over the time. So pre-Utah, we had very limited capabilities, like a lot of button, text, icons you see in the mobile, they were hard-coded, and they had a very limited flexibility to make it consistent with your brand support with only supporting 6 variables. And the experience was different from desktop. With Utah, we unified our mobile theming from the platform theming, and we also call it as the next experience theming. And as a part of this unified mobile theme experience, so we removed those hard-coded colors from all the components, be it your text, buttons, background colors, etc. And instead, we applied name color variables to make it more flexible. And from Vancouver, we added more support to it. And then we also added the theme variant to it. So you could have any, like within your Now mobile application, you could have the dark theme, you could have the light theme, you could have, or vice versa. If you prefer light, you could go for the light theme. And it is also agnostic to the other people in the same instance. For example, if one employee in the instance they choose light theme for themselves, the second employee will not see any impact. If they go want to go with the dark, they can have an independent dark theme within their Now mobile applications. And if you want to create any theme of your choice from scratch, that should be also possible using the theme variant support which we have from Vancouver. Okay, and now we will talk about how we can build those native theme, and the super cool, awesome tool I was talking about, the theme builder which we have. So to create these native themes, we have this amazing tool which is the theme builder, and it's super easy to use and it's very powerful. It can create theme for your portal and mobile both, and this helps you create your own app theme. So for example, if you see on the left hand side, this is the default Polaris theme which we have in the mobile. On the right hand side is the theme inside mobile application that you created using this theme builder, where you applied the brand colors, uh, any UI policies, all of those things which you applied in the theme builder. And this is the final result which we see here. And not only it helps you create the brand identity or a sense of belongingness, but it also clears all your accessibility issues to make your app more inclusive for all your employees. And my co-host Ashutosh will show us uh, how it is easy to use the theme builder, how easy it is to create this themes for your mobile application, how theme builder helps you clear all your accessibility issues and make it more inclusive. Not only just the native theme, but then we do support MESP theme in Mobile as well. So if you see here in the first screen, and it is very consistent with what we created in the native theme. So header is anyway native, but if you see here the heart icon here, so this is an MESP page. And when you change or created a theme in the native, the theme builder, it also impacted the MESP page. For example, here you have the CSS variables of all your MESP page, even though you're not allowed to change these variables. But like I said, your native theme builder will have an impact on these variables. And if you want to further customize it or further want to make it more brand centric, then you will have a flexibility to create some CSS includes. And with those includes, you will be able to override the CSS variable. So for example, here we created this blue box just to show you an example. And Ashutosh will show us this all in action live once he will do the demonstration. But you could make a conscious decision. You could decide what more you want to create more, what more brand centric you want to create within the MESP pages. Based on that, you could create the CSS includes, and those CSS include will override the CSS variables to have a more brand centric experience even in your MESP pages in mobile application. Okay, and before I let Ashutosh take over and show you all those exciting things which I've been talking about in action, so I do want to call out that we have a Figma file available for you all. And this Figma has ready-to-use components like colors, typography, screens, templates, workflows, and much more. These component can help you visualize your mobile application, and it can also help your design and brand stakeholders to plan and to make some early decisions. And Smriti will share the link for the Figma, and I can also show you how the Figma would look like once you open it. So for example, if you go here, so even in the getting started and let it load. Yeah. Okay. So we do have foundations, like for example, we do have the color palette, which is available for both light and the dark theme. Screen sizes we have available, typography is available. Then we have multiple screens available just to make those early decisions and visualize your app. So all of this would come in handy, and we do have, this is an exhaustive resource list that you can get, and it is available for all of you. And with different workflow templates is also available. So this would come in handy to make those early decisions and to decide what look and feel and how you want that experience to be for your mobile application with this Figma file. And like I said, this we can share this Figma file link in the chat, and this will be available for all of you. Okay. Okay, I will now let Ashutosh take over and show you the magic which he's gonna do now.
Great. Thanks, Mohit. I'll start sharing my screen. Please let me know if it is visible. So I've shared my web and my mobile simulator. Please confirm if you can see the both.
Yes.
Yeah, great. Thanks, Mohit. So as my colleague Mohit briefly mentioned what all we can do, now we will see it in action. So today I am logged in as a senior manager, and I have been given the responsibility of branding our mobile app as per our brand toolkit. So we have certain brand colors, etc., which we want to go through. When I log into my mobile device, I see this is the Polaris theme. This is already a theme implemented on the mobile device. And these are not my brand colors, but we will see how we can achieve them. So what we do, we are on portal. We are logged in as a system administrator. And we go into themes and we go to theme builder. So basically theme builder is a tool, as my colleague mentioned. You can get your theme started, created, published, and you can do a wide range of things. What I'll do, I'll get started with the creating of the theme. When I started, I see that there is a quick message that I have to keep my logo assets and brand colors ready. I do have them ready, so I'll just get started. I'll just say my auth, and I'll just select this is the theme for my August description. So basically, there are these simple 9 steps that we need to complete, and once we do them, our theming is complete. So I think I skipped the primary one. So I can select the primary Xcode here. It is a golden shade of yellow. So I will select that. And second would be the secondary color. So in secondary color, I would be selecting a shade of purple or violet, which is my brand color. Let's go next. So now gray has been selected as a neutral color. I think this is a good color. I can go ahead with that. I can add a red as an additional brand color, so I can use it in the brand palette sometime. And that's it. Company logo is just fine right now, but there are some guidelines for the company logo as well. Given we are demoing for ServiceNow, I think this logo is good. So we'll just go ahead. In terms of font, I think I want to use the Open Sans fonts. And as my colleague showed you in the Figma, there are multiple templates available for you to select. There's a wide range of things which you can do. And let's select just the more rounded. So this is basically now these icons that we're talking about, how rounded they have to be. So once we do that, we just review our changes and we just create a theme. That's it. That's pretty much it. Basically, our theme has been created. In the interest of time, I've already created a theme named LOSN, which is on today's session. And it has all the same brand colors. And this is the theme that has been implemented. We see that all our changes have been reflected here. We can update the logo, font, etc. All these things can be changed in real time and you don't need to save anything. Everything is saved automatically. So if I see this, this is basically how my theme will be implemented. I also see there is a red error here. I would want to check this out. And I see that there is an accessibility inspector that has found out there are 3 accessibility issues. So we are very cognizant of the fact that a lot of organizations work globally and there are a lot of standards that organizations need to follow to meet the accessibility guidelines. Our product is built keeping that in mind, and we have a very high quality WCAG 2.1 AA standard, which is acceptable by almost all countries for the accessibility guidelines. So we see that this is the error. I'll just click on this image and I'll just click on here and see that this contrast ratio is 1.9.1. And this says that the color has insufficient contrast against its background color. So it not only finds out errors for you, it will also tell you what is wrong with this. So basically I will just hide inaccessible choices. So now any choice shown here is available, is a compliant one. And because I have a golden shade, I'll just select this primary shade here. And the icon color, similarly, I will just hide the inaccessible ones and just select this. So two of my issues have been resolved now. Now I go to the other one, which is this text color. So similarly, again, I hide these brand colors which are not accessible. And similarly, here also we'll hide this and we can just select any neutral color and we can just go ahead and save this. I see one more issue. Let's just resolve it real quick. Got it. Perfect. So now we have resolved all the issues. We see there is no accessibility issue. This means our app is completely WCAG compliant. So this is also a big issue for the brand leaders and the organization leaders who have to make sure that all their templates, everything is branded in a format which is accessible to everyone. Our tool helps you do that. So once our theming is complete, we from editor, we go to the manager. In manager, we see two places things, which is web and mobile. As part of this session, we are concerned with the mobile theming. We see that the Polaris theme has been already deployed. I would want to deploy the LOSN theme, so I'll just publish this. Also, we see a message that only mobile can only accommodate one theme at a time. So in mobile, you can only publish one theme, and that is how things are there. So when we go to simulator, just to verify, is my simulator visible? What?
Yes, Ashutosh, and we are able to see the Polaris default screen, default theme right now.
Thanks. So what we have done all the changes and we'll just give a refresh it now, which is pull to refresh. And once we do that, this is your theme. Within 5 minutes, or I'm not sure even less, we have achieved all the brand colors that we wanted to. We have the organization colors that we wanted to achieve. Moreover, one great thing which we have done is we are completely compliant. We are definitely WCAG 2.1 AA compliant, and this can meet almost all your organization needs just through this theming itself. There are some more caveats to it which we'll be walking through. But before that, I'd like to give you a quick tour. So this is the native page of your home screen. And in the help center, let's go to the computers page, which is a MESP page. So MESP is a mobile embedded service portal page. It is a web equivalent on your mobile device, how things are rendered there. So this theming was also impacting that. So we see the header is still, I don't know, purple, violet. I'm not sure which color this is, but we also see this golden tint here. So basically we are achieving all our brand colors through all the touch points in our flow. Once we come to a catalog item, we can see on this page that our catalog item has also branded through that. And all the native components are also impacted. If we see open camera library, all these are native parts of a device. All these native devices are also included in this theming. And even these buttons like order now, save as draft, they're all compliant here. I'll just go ahead and order something and I'll just click on submit. And basically we have just completed a flow and we have seen that all the pages are completely compliant and even the close button is in our brand colors that as we wanted to. So this basically covers up the flow. Basically we have just within a few minutes we have completed we have published a theme which is exactly as per our organization needs. I would also like to bring your attention to a point that computers and other themes images are not as could be different, right? The ones that are shipping out of the box. So for that, we have topics, and inside topics, we have these images that are available. So if you want, you can maybe do this exercise as well. You can maybe create a toolkit of your icons and upload them as per all these topics. So even that fine detail is achievable today. So this is about the icon colors, etc. And please keep your questions coming. I'm pretty sure our panelists are monitoring that. I will now come to the MESP theming part. So basically the theming are done on these pages. So basically in the portals, we have the mobile employee next experience theme. This is a theme that we as Team Employee Center ship out of the box, and this is available to everyone. A quick call out here is that this theme cannot be edited. I repeat, this theme cannot be edited, but it can be overridden. So basically these are the CSS variables and these are the CSS includes. So basically we can add any file here and override these settings. I would also like to take a quick call out here that against whichever line we have this SP-RGB. This means that this means that sorry about that. This means basically that this is the platform capability, and this if you go to the dark theme, it will automatically be accounted by the system itself. So again, we cannot change this. What I'll do, I'll just quickly go to the CSS theme and go to the style sheet. And this brings you to the CSS page. So basically, this is the page where you can overwrite things. So I'll just go and click here. And I'll just add some contents here. Oops, sorry about that. So basically, we have just included the CSS here. And now we will go to the simulator and go to and just refresh this page. So basically what we have done, we have changed the styling of the cards in the web responsive page. And this page that we see, it is web responsive. So, okay, I think we have to, sorry about that. In the style ServiceNow CSS, yeah, we have already added this. So I think there is some login or logout issue. I can just do it out real quick. I'll just log out of the instance. Meanwhile, I can show this real quick in the end also. I'll just quickly summarize what we have done. So coming back, we had a theme that we wanted to publish. Basically, we wanted to publish a theme. So we went to the theme builder. Inside the theme builder, we just created a theme real quick. We cleared some accessibility issues through the accessibility inspector and implemented this. That was the part one. We also saw that we can also change this CSS. This is the theme that is shipped out of the box. We can update it through overrides. And one more thing that we saw was the topic pages thing. We can in the topic pages. Oh, I think I missed a dot here. So in the topic pages, we also have icons available, and we can also accommodate through those icons through the topic page. I think I just missed a dot there. Let's see if it is working now. So this is again a very powerful thing that we would like to show to you. That yeah. So Mohit, is my screen visible? Mobile screen? There's this blue icon. Blue.
Yes, you
Yeah.
can see the changes you
So
just made. Yeah,
yeah. Thanks. Sorry about that, Skapaf. I think I missed a dot there.
no
So
problem.
basically, this is also achievable through our capability. Again, this might not be a very relevant theme to you, but this is what to show the extent to where what our themes can be customized to. Basically, whatever themes do you intend to achieve, you can achieve it through our tools available. So if you want to have a light gradient, any other brand color, etc. In the code, we had set up the gradient and we had set up the color as light blue and padding as 10. You can also change these padding, etc. to as per your organization needs. You can change this color and all the colors that are available. So this all is completely possible. Again, for the time being, I'll just delete this and I'll just update this. And once you update it and you refresh it, it is immediately available. So there is no delay. You don't have to wait for hours for the app to get published or created. This is as simple as we have just seen it. Within 5 minutes, we created a theme and we published it. And we have also seen how we can change the icons and the MESP themes, etc. So this is pretty much about the demo. Over to you, Mohit.
Thank you so much, Ashutosh, and that was really awesome. Thank you. Okay, I am sharing my screen. Let me know if you're able to see my screen again,
Yeah, Mohit.
and hoping that you see my presentation screen.
Yes, Mohit, we see your PPT screen.
Thank you, Ashutosh. Okay, we talked about the themes which Ashutosh created for both native and MESP pages. And we did discuss MESP pages are essentially the portal pages, which are uh, optimized for the native experience or look and feel within the Now Mobile application. So we do have some more capabilities to make your employee experience more seamless and friction free. So one of those is the instance prefill. So this is essentially what it does is, so it saves the instance data in Now Mobile application or agent if you're using the agent application, and it allows your users to directly access the mobile application. So for example, this was the previous experience wherein every time you would log into any general available app. So our general availability app, which are our agent and now mobile application, which are also available publicly available on the stores, both Apple App Store and Google Play Stores. So within your general availability app, whenever you will try to log in, every time your employees will have to enter the instance data, and then they will be navigated to your login home screen. And once they enter the credential, they will be able to log in. But with this new experience, within the general availability app, your agent and your now mobile application, so you will only have to enter this instance data once. So for the very first time, once your employees will log into your app, the now mobile application, they will have to enter it only once. And once they've done it, so for the future times, they will not have to enter the instance data. Rather, they would be directly redirected to this login screen. So even they kill the session or even they come after, let's say, 10 days, so instance data will be saved in mobile application client. Similarly, if you have the branded apps, so branded apps are the ones which are the which we publish, and we will talk about the mobile publishing apps, the white labeling of those general availability apps in a moment in this webinar. But if you have the branded apps, so you could have the instance URL baked in during mobile publishing, and this will allow uh, to have this instance URL, like I said, it will be baked in, and once it is available, when the application is available for your employees, so they do not have to even enter instance even once. For example, they will be directly navigated to this login screen, even if they are doing it for the first time, because during mobile publishing, instance URL was baked in to your branded app, and you could have your either of the general available or both of them general availability app branded. It could be your now mobile or it could be your agent. Similarly, similar to your pre-fill, we have pre-login access. So this essentially allows an unauthenticated access to your employees. For example, if you see here, so even before we reach to this login screen, so in my instance, I made ServiceNow uh, public website, which is servicenow.com, available to the employees. And before even you go to the sign in page, you could give access to any pre-authenticated like you could give access pre-authenticated access to any public facing content. You just need the web page URL for that. Any announcements you are making which is publicly available, anything you want your employees to see before they log in or in the now mobile application, and anything you want them to be aware of, so you just need this web page URL. You could, and with a very simple configuration of this web page URL, you need to create a mobile property, and I will show you that how that mobile property will be created. Once you have it done, so before login, you will have your employees will have pre-authenticated access to the public facing information or content, and they can click on this login button, then they will be navigated to this login screen, and then they can log into their now mobile or agent application. Okay, and to have this pre-login access, so like I said, you will have to create a mobile property. Let me just quickly log in. Okay, so I created this mobile property, and it has to be with the name pre-login landing page. So you create this mobile property, and then the type has to be JSON, and you give this value here. And you have to ensure that is public is checked, and this capability is available from Yokohama and and above. So you will be able to see this is public capability or this is public checkbox. This is also a good way to see if you are on Vancouver, Yokohama, or above this. If you see this, you are entitled to use this capability. But even if you are, let's say, not on Yokohama yet, for pre-Yokohama, we do have a hack to create this pre-login access. You will have to create a script for that, and our another colleague Hannah, she did a session on that. So Smriti can share the recording link. So you could look at the recording link. How if you pre-Yokohama, if you're still not on Yokohama, how could you create this pre-login access for your employees? So using that YouTube video, you should be able to do that. And once you have this set up, you have given this value, so you will be able to give this free login access to your employees, and I can show that in the demo. So for this, I recorded this demo and I will be playing this video. So you see here, we have this Now Mobile application here. So, and this is the very first time an employee is trying to log in here. So they will have to enter the instance data here. So now that they have entered the instance data, so you see here, so they have the pre-login access to servicenow.com. And this would be as good as accessing your servicenow.com from the any browser, and you could be able to explore any pages. For example, here I am exploring AI agents. So anything you would see that publicly available content would be available to your employees as pre-login. And once they click on this login button, they will be navigated to the login page and they can enter the credentials here. So I'm entering here my credentials. And once you enter this, click on login. You would also see the theme which Ashutosh created getting reflected, because this theme was created for this EC demo one instance. And once they're logged in, you would be able to see the theme here. So the brown color which is on the top and the golden color which is available on other pages and even in the MESP pages. So all of that is coming from the theme which Ashutosh created using Theme Builder. And once they will log out and they will try to log in again. So first, of course, they will see this pre-login access experience for the ServiceNow.com. And let's say they just uh, ended this session, removed the app, they opened the app again. Even then, you will observe here, they did not have to enter the instance data. In fact, it directly navigated them to the first pre-login access. And then once they clicked on login, so they were navigated to the login screen where they enter the credentials and got access to the Now Mobile application, which they are entering now. And okay, now we will talk about mobile branding and publishing. So this is the pre-login experience which we talked about before we started, the moment we started this session. So anything before the login screen is your branding, and anything after your login screen, which is the in-app experience, is your theming. So branding in Now Mobile and publishing it makes it available to your employees. And so you could think of mobile branding as the white labeling, as mobile white labeling, which can create a branded app for your employees. And the branded app will have the icon of your choice. They will have the splash screen of your choice, even the name you could give of your choice. So it could be your company's or organization's logos. Even the splash screen could be anything which reflects your brand identity, and even the name could be anything which talks about the identity of your organization. And it would look like to your employees as if it is an app created by your own organization. So in general availability app, we would essentially see a Now Mobile application logo, and you would see the ServiceNow screen, splash screens, and the name is also fixed for Now Mobile. It's Now Mobile, and for Agent, it's Agent. But here in the branded apps, you could have it customized or as per your brand identity. And then please do note that it is a paid plugin, and the name of the plugin is Mobile Publishing. So you will see that on the store. The name is Mobile Publishing, and it is available with Pro and Enterprise package of your existing entitlements, or with the App Engine SKU, or it is also available as standalone SKU. And with mobile branding, we allow it to be distributed by either via private channels or via publicly channels through Apple App Store or Google Play Stores, both publicly and privately. And the branded app will have the same internal workflows and capabilities as you will set it up for you for the general availability apps. All the themings which we saw in the demo, which Ashutosh showed us with the theme builder and MESP changes, the override CSS includes, everything would be available even for your branded applications, very similar to your general availability apps. And with mobile publishing, you could also get the custom type applications. And so custom type applications are different from the branded app and the general availability app. So essentially, we could think of it as there are three types of mobile applications available here. So the first one is general availability, which is our mobile clients, which is publicly available also on the stores of Apple and Google, which is Now Mobile and Agent. Then we have the branded apps. So branded apps are the white labeling of those general availability apps, which is our, you could get your Now Mobile branded, or you could get your Agent branded, or you could get both of them branded. But should you need more applications other than the general availability apps, then you would need custom type apps. So for example, if you already have general availability app, it could be branded or just as it is, and you need more app for a specific work persona or a very specific workflow, then you would need a custom app. And custom app may vary as per the use case. One of the use cases which I just highlighted, it could be very specific for a user persona or a workflow. Or it could be if you want to have, you already have these two apps, you want to have third, fourth, or fifth different multiple apps within the same device, then you could have the custom applications. Or if you want an app which has both Now Mobile and Agent in just one app, then custom application is for you. And one of the use cases could be if you are an executive and within your organizations you have multiple companies and you want applications of all those companies in your device in just one device, then you can get it through custom type applications. But to get this custom type applications, you can talk to your sales representative, the account team which you have. They can contact mobile publishing team and then take it further. The process would be very different from the general availability app and the mobile branding. For custom type app, the process would be very different. And as I said, we do urge you to consult to your account teams, talk to them, and then they can take it forward if you need custom type applications for your organization. To get the branded apps, there is a customer build process that you need to follow, and I've highlighted this in a series of steps that would be that you'll have to take. First is that you'll have to submit the request, and with that request you'll have to provide the details. The first one is the device type. Either it is being done for an iOS or Android or both. Then app client, either it is done for your Now Mobile or the Agent. Then you'll have to give us the icon image, the name of the app you want, and the splash screen that you want us to create in the mobile application, the branded mobile application. Once you submit the request and we have all the details, then it goes to the build stage where ServiceNow will build the application for you, and it will give the built application for you to test. And first we will do the internal testing, and then we will provide it to you for your own testing and acceptance. Once you test it and you see everything is fine, the color of the essentially the logo and the name and the splash screen and whichever device you chose, it's everything is fine as expected, which you wanted. You approve the release and then you deploy it to your employees, and it is available for your employees. And this customer build process has some timeline associated to it, and it is based on the device type or the operating software which you have. It could be Android or iOS. So if it is Android and if it is only Android submission, then it will take less than 1 week and sometimes only a few hours. And this timeline is based on the timelines of Google Play Store and Apple App Store. This timeline is not decided by ServiceNow. This is based on the policies of the Google Play Store and Apple App Store. But let us assume if you have your go live coming in few days and then you want a branded application, then we recommend that you start with only Android submission, because like I said, it can either you can get it in less than a week or sometimes only in a few hours. With the Android app available, you could test if the icon brand brand icon, the splash screen, the name of the app has come as expected, and then you can submit it for the iOS. And it may take 1 week for a publicly distributed a channel, and if it is privately distributed, it might take up to 2 to 4 weeks. Again, based on the Apple App Store policies, because they also involve human testers, so it may take some time. But if you submit, let's say, both Android and iOS, then it will be delivered based on the slowest process, and that would obviously be iOS, and you will get it delivered at the same time. There is also another pro tip for you to accelerate the deployment process. So while your branded applications are getting shipped, so you could use the general availability apps, which is available on the public stores. You could create the mobile workflows, mobile app functions, the themes which you talked about. You could see what is working, what is not working, and get those early frictions or issues that you may anticipate and get them tested on general availability apps. And then once you have your branded app available to you, you could simply replicate those workflows and mobile app functions within your branded app, and you will have a very smooth deployment to your employees. And if you are looking, so this is all about the today's session. This is all we wanted to cover. But if you're looking for any additional resources, and also just before that, I do want to call out. So our colleague Hannah, she did an amazing session on the complete mobile branding and publishing, where she not only just talked about what capability is, but also showed us live how what steps you need to take and how you could actually submit those requests and create and get this branded application. So Smriti can share that YouTube link of that session, that we really recommend that you see that session, and that would really help you put things in perspective, what things would be required and how it will be done, because she's done it live, the complete process of creating that branded application. All right. And in additional resources, we have mobile community. So Smriti can share the link of mobile community page. You could also scan the QR code here available, where on the community you would be able to get product demos, FAQs, Figma files, everything which is available will that all of that would be useful to you. If you wish to contact us, this is our email address. You could contact us on ux.product.events@servicenow.com. Then we can take it further. We do have two upcoming webinars specifically for non-mobile. First is on the 10th September, 9 a.m. PT, same time. The topic would be approvals and notification in non-mobile. So you would be able to see all kinds of approvals and notification that you could send or create in non-mobile for your employees. Then on October 16th, we have another webinar, and the topic would be MESP pages in non-mobile. In this, we will not only talk about what MESP page is, rather we would also create an MESP page from scratch, and then we will see how it gets rendered in that the portal page gets rendered as an MESP page in now mobile application. Lastly, we have a mobile academy available on YouTube, and you must know David has already covered a lot of videos and a lot of use cases, a lot of best practice and the capabilities which we have. All of that is available on the YouTube, and this is the QR code for that. And Mobile Academy